Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 5 of our legendary Yuan Bo Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, the Skaven Tide has appeared. They're pouring out of their rat tunnels to throw down against Yuan Mao and his merry band of peasant archers. We are going to go ahead and drop the Standard of Wei Jin, which is going to boost ally leadership but drop enemy leadership on our crows here, which are already going to have a causing fear, so plan is every single time they drop in one of their 6 minutes below summons, which is a lot to worry about, we are then going to drop the crows on their heads and have them hopefully tear that unit apart quickly before they do too much damage to our peasant archers. We are in the underway, so it's a nice choke point, or at least a very narrow battlefield. If we can push up as quickly as we can kind of force them to come through this little smaller choke point. But if not, no big deal. We're going to have Yuan Mao throw down with hopefully the chieftain first and then Skrull. Either one is going to be pretty dangerous, though. All of the Skaven lords and heroes are actually pretty good in a fight. So let's see if the Skaven Tide can handle Yuan Mao's army. Auto resolve thinks this would be really, really easy for us, so normally you would just go ahead and click this button and survive, but I love the battles in Warhammer, so let's get to it. Battle of the Underways of Jingpo, which look very strangely like a Doawi. This is the Gadawi Underway settlement, or whatever they would. I think it's just the Underway for them as well. Would be cool to see when with the Thrones of Decay and a rework to the dwarves, where they kind of get underway buildings similar to the Skaven, but more economic and probably economic and movement based. Just anything that would help boost up your empire. Would be really cool to see. So we're gonna have the Jade Warriors up front, all of the long spears alongside them. Of course, I think we want to try to have 2 units in the back to try to stop any kind of flanking, just in case those crows are a little bit too slow. We've got so many archers. But we still want to try to clump the enemy up into one spot. Figure out if there's any high ground. If we move very quickly, we're slower than the rats overall, but that will probably be counted as high ground. So if we move fast, we'll get 2 layers of archers here. I'd like to have less in the first layer, that way just in case they get rushed. The peasant archers are our most expendable units here we've got. You also have to, though, keep in mind that each one of them that does fall is going to eliminate their arrows from our overall pool. Alright, so you guys are all in your group. Let's make sure they are in position, and I don't re-select them several times here. And we'll just have this group behind them, covering those gaps. And if the Skaven don't try anything too spicy, we'll just move them up from there. So the backline spearmen, frontline spearmen, because there's going to be a ton of rats coming across here. Missing 1 more unit. Oh, you guys. Welcome to the front lines. Alright. Yuan Mao, let's see how many of the Skaven you can get held up in one spot, but if they try to press past you, we might be in for a pretty dangerous time. Let's get normal infantry in position, archers in group 1 there. We'll have the whole squad in guard mode. And then all of our Yuan Mao and his crows. Empress's finest. Advance. I'm gonna have the crows kind of stay nearby.
I do not intend to have words take the place of my weapons.
Exactly.
I shall inspire you with my martial prowess. So let us begin.
Man of few words like myself. Of course, he's probably more eloquent than I am. I'm a man of few words because I'm a big dummy. Alright, everyone. Onward. Reach. And we'll definitely just take the high ground here and force the rats to come up to us. If I want to get spicy, we can just fly the crowmen over the top and drop the bombs. I'm betting we're going to see some minutes below very soon, though. And there they are. Get ready, crows. Well, if you go ahead and turn around as well. They'll smash in, that'll count as a flank, and they should scare them off very quickly. Oh, we lost so many archers. Alright, well, we need to react a little bit faster than that in the future. That was a ton of archers falling. No real reason either. You make sure they're shattered. Watch for another ring in the ground. Anybody's getting caught up fighting, go ahead and keep pressing forward. Our Jade Warriors are quite a bit slower than our archers, which is not great. Let's go ahead and press the spears through, so you guys go ahead and advance. Keep them back a bit. Crows, come on up, those guys are shattered. Fall back a bit, you go ahead and charge them. Don't mind. Actually, we just go for the Celestial Sweep here, blend this whole group up. Gives them the spin, the old Beyblade spin of doom. And they're gone. Beautiful. Alright, so you move it up front. Archers, you get back into position. And let it rain. Alright, I'm going to charge you directly into this group of Skaven slaves. We are going to drop down the resistances for you lot. Keep the crows up here and nearby. Let's have the spears come through the line. I'll have them fight this group of Skaven slaves. You guys come through. Here comes our new friends. We'll get these spearmen ready. Go ahead and charge them. Crows too. Get in there. Excellent. He's getting now dogpiled by several of the Lord of Heroes. Let's go ahead and make single combat with whichever one we can here. He's doing fine.
Defenders of Cathay.
Both of you guys focus the same group of Skaven slave slings, and I'm going to drop the bombs on this big blob here. Throws up in the air. As soon as they're out of melee, we can actually use them.
Archers!
Come on, lads. Up in the skies. Alright, most of our long spear units are not actually doing anything.
Cut them down!
You try to stop the chieftain. Other spearmen just get into position there. Crows, come on back around. Doesn't look like we're really going to need... you guys just fire into their backs, not a lot we can do besides. We need these other spears up front here. Alright, that unit's gone. You guys come on through now. Some of the spearmen start advancing, but for the most part, we can weather the storm of those missiles pretty well. Probably took a little bit of damage there against those. Probably friendly fire from the archers. Burn them. Throw them back up in the air, and we'll try to get a bombing run here at some... Yuan Bo absolutely bodied the chieftain. Let's give it one more or two more bops just to make sure he's not coming back. And we'll start dropping the crow bombs now. Destroy the Night Runners. Become a bombing unit, which is hilarious. You jump these Skaven slaves, we'll just let these other archers kind of turn and help out with the main force. Oh, we've got some Skaven slaves in here, or the clan Wrath is summoned in. You guys just turn and work on them. Should be no problem. Come on back to Clobber Rodich, and then we'll go ahead and just drop the extra physical resistance on probably just our archers. Keep switching units to scare them off. Flurry of wings and blades. Really cool to see the Empress and the Celestial Emperor actually... Oh, there's another summon. Guess we're great at counting, aren't we?
This one is mine.
You go ahead and turn him, clobber this poor fool. We'll have all of the other archers. Yeah, Rodich is gone. That rain of Cathay and steel should see them defeated. Give him one more bonk. The old attitude adjustment. Oh, don't run. You give him a shiv and run. That's cheating. Hit him with the chopper. We've got plenty of Skaven to run down to try to get a better veneration for the ancestors. All of our units that are going to be able to actually catch them is going to be the Crowmen, so I will catch you all in a quick moment. Alright then, rest up and rearm, men. That was just the first wave. We'll go ahead and give thanks to the ancestors there for 12% replenishment.
You shall toil.
538 kills.
This close to the sea. We must watch for corsairs.
Ambush foiled. Oh really? So it didn't actually... I thought it was one of the cases of they charged on in and they just maybe... They saw us and it moved in anyway.
No, no.
Alright, well, the Deathmaster's got himself some Poison Wind Mortars, which are a nightmare. Wolf Rats, he's got a nasty force here. No doubt. How much armor piercing are the Gutter Runners rolling with? Almost full. 12 instead of flipped around. Not bad. We did eliminate a couple of their Verminous heroes. Go Trek the Disciplinarian. He is giving the Cathayans the spanking when they need to. And an administrator for Yuan Mao here. And in many ways, the holder of true power is the one who has the keys to the kingdom literally within their hands. Fair enough. Extra growth in the local province for Yuan Mao. And the Banner of Feng Shi, which immune to psychology is great because it basically just allows you to be completely immune to things like fear and terror. But that I think is only if you are above a certain threshold of leadership. So you have to keep that in mind. Rite of Yang. School of Feng Shi sorcery named for the Dragon Emperor himself. Grants strength and the protection of all those who wield it. It is the highest honor to march beneath the Yang banner. Upkeep reduction for all of our Yang units, which should help us out considerably. But a new mission, an Outcast Rescue, or an Outcast Returned. Recruit the following hero alchemists. Let us call upon the House of Secrets to provide Cathay with sorcerous might. It'd be kind of cool to see something with Yuan Bo where he's actually trying to stamp out the House of Secrets, because that is exactly what he'd be up to. I don't think he would allow them to exist. Although if they're helping the Empire, great, but they're unsanctioned wizards, and he tends to despise anything unsanctioned. Very rule-focused. Okay, so let's go ahead and have Yuan Mao, who's been an absolute baller in combat. We'll start working on his blue line now. So control, treasure to corruption. I'm thinking the best one here is just going to go for control bump. Since after a while he is going to be posted up in Cathay proper, doing not a lot, except for filling out paperwork. Let's go hard to hit for Kevin. And then we will likely switch on over to a really high melee attack. A Bandolier, who increases this ammunition. 23 is not a ton, so we can see a few more hits going out. His crossbow as of yet hasn't been the most impactful, but every single hit, if it drops a single entity like a cavalry, fantastic work. Alright, Deathmaster.
Impossible.
Before I go for this, let's see if I can't unlock any more ROR units over on with Yuan Bo.
Slacking.
He has got nothing out on the seas to explore, which is sad. That's fine. I'll hang up here at the High Sentinel. Get some troops recruited on in. As Xiao Kang, I would prefer you post up here in the Waks settlement.
Lord Magistrate,
I actually really wouldn't mind a rebellion.
Advantage.
You pop on out and give yourself the encamp stance.
Food and rest is scheduled.
This will cause a rebellion here in a few turns, especially if we switch over to, say, a Storm Dragon's Edict, which will further lower our control. This will allow us to have a rebellion. We can pop that rebellion on the head, and then profit.
The dragon's love is in doubt.
Yes, indeed. We have to wait 3 more turns before we've got anything good here at the Isle of the Crimson Skull. That'll be fine, though.
For Cathay.
Alright, Yuan Bo, time to retrofit this entire army. So all of these peasant archers here, boot. These guys, boot.
A balance between resources is hard to strike.
Dude, I agree. We need a bunch of new crossbowmen. We can only recruit 1? What happened to our swamps? I know this wasn't the case before. Why can we only recruit 1 here?
We must bring order.
What is wrong with the Isle? Alright, fine. We'll switch you back over to the Fire Dragon's Edict, which will give us 1 additional local recruitment capacity.
Dragon.
But honestly, I'm not sure why we only have access to 1. I thought Cathay got at least 2.
Warriors for the Empire.
This is not a good look. Okay, let's go for a few more crows then. I think that's the most important. Roman and then Jade Warriors, which we'll grab 2 of next turn since we'll be able to get 2. That's all sorts of janky. Alright, we'll go Trek. Are you fighting against this group here, Marcus? That's a very small army, but I think getting into a brawl would be a mistake. Let's let Marcus fight them on his own.
Celestial General.
As far as the defensive Wei Jin goes, moving over to help secure the Dragon Gate is going to be very important. But I don't know where Village is, which is also, we need to locate Village quite badly. How much allegiance points do we have? It's going to cost almost all of them per. We can grab Croman here with the Jade Custodians, which I think is a good idea. And we don't have yet enough here with the Western provinces, but they have some really good units. Hand cannons and Zhengu war drums. Okay. Let's go ahead and come on in and grab. I'm going to do a Jade Warrior unit from the Burning Wind, and then the Custodians, we're going to go ahead and probably snag also a Jade Warrior unit. Yeah, we've got access to Iron Hail guns and things like that, but Jade Warriors. We'll have 4 for the front line, and then we'll recruit up
General.
a spear unit for the sides. And then I'm thinking we want some Iron Hail guns. I want to at least try some Iron Hail guns out. They never really work out all that well for me, but the more we learn about Warhammer and the Total War battles in general, the better they overall do. Alright, Yuan
Leader
Bo.
of men.
I have now spent all of our gold, so we can't afford the Bandits of the Silver Road. Here's what we'll do.
Serve from the front.
You
Instrument
don't
of
get
the
to recruit up
divine.
one of these Iron Hail guns, just one though. I'm gonna give you
Humility
another
in
ROR
all
unit,
things.
Bandits of the Silver Road. Which are just very good archers. Same amount of damage. Notice they get 1 additional, and they will add a flammable effect. I think they also have pretty good melee stats. 27 and 31, which is miles above the other peasant archers. It's because they're banditos. Alright, so let's get back to trying to ambush, and we'll bring in forces of Jingpo with us. Even if they are a bit beleaguered, we can use them as a distraction. They don't need to know they're a distraction, but that's exactly what they are. As for our technology, some inner chai tea. Not this time. Let's go for Harmonic Discipline, and we'll move down to the Grace of Kuai Yin, which will drop upkeep for all of our Yin units as well. It's kind of a no-brainer getting rid of Yin and Yang.
Welcome additions.
And depending on if you're playing Xiao Ming or Miao Yang, you just get one or the other faster. Let's zoom back over to Yuan Bo.
Celestial commands.
Get through all of this nonsense here. And then just take a quick look at our... Hello there, tree man.
None shall question me.
Storm Dragon,
Defensive alliance with the Storm Dragon sounds
you
good.
are deemed worthy of our assistance.
I'll take all of your gold.
Acceptable. Barely.
Indeed. Working towards Confederation with you, but all of the deals are
Leader
going
of
to
men.
help out, especially since we are having the Confederation penalty, which is minus 40. Gross. Ally missions, defeat Aldrich, who is apparently right here, probably about to dropkick this poor settlement. Typhus Rat is hanging out in Kunlan, and Snikich, of course, is over by our Yuan Mao. We'll take the mission to take down Snikich. Love to get an outpost here with the northern provinces as well, but that shall have to wait. All in due time. Alright, sweet business. Now I'm a little bit concerned that we're about to get throat punched here at the city of the Shogun Gun. Is there anything we can do about it? It's like, absolutely not. Okay. Well, sometimes you have to lose settlements. Aldrich is moving on in with a whole bunch of Night Runners. They've got 2 Summons a Menace below. If he wasn't a Ruin spellcaster, I think we could have probably pulled this off, but this guy will just blast apart our Jade Warrior lines with Warp Lightning. 100% armor piercing, and it is pretty devastating too. We'll take the valiant defeat here at the city. Sad day.
Fight in
You will be
ordered
honored.
ranks.
Ooh, a new caravan encounter. Found cargo. A Tightsea's rival caravan is spotted. Dragged off the road and wrecked. That definitely wasn't him. There are no signs of the lost crew. eaten is the guide's guess. However, there is cargo in the debris. All agree it's best to take what can be carried and move on. You would only want to take the spice barrels if you didn't take a full load of cargo off the start, because you're not able to get more than your max with this one. So you're going to want to grab the medicine in most other cases. There are crates stamped with the sigil of Shalaya. Within them are medicines and tinctures that can be put to good use, replenishing in foreign territory and giving us a nice little bump by 8%. Should help them zoom along to their final destination. Ooh, they looted a whole bunch of gold, taking the City of the Shooting Gun with them. Fair enough. Xianhuo is back. I think he was the original leader of this faction.
For Grand Cathay.
So did Village defeat Miao Ying, or what's going on there? I'm going to rebellion to the jungles of Pahualaksa, which is excellent. We can stamp them out and take their goodies.
Of Wushing.
Alright, you've got at least a little bit better recruitment coming along now. We'll get 2 more of the Jade Warriors, and then we're just going to replace all of these Peasant Archers with the crossbow variant.
Ready to discharge.
We're going to be here for a few turns. They didn't cost 1,400. I would absolutely grab them through here.
We are in need.
Walks will grab the Herb Gatherers camp for a bit better gold gathering. Gem factors as well. And then that's about all we can do for this town.
Lord Magistrate.
Zhao Kang, you just gotta hang out outside of Pahuox, because that is going to be a rebellion next turn. I almost want to go into an ambush stance and try to
Guided
be
by
sneaky.
my ancestors.
Try to catch the rebellion slipping. Alright, peasants, bring me your things.
Our armor shines. Our spirits look attention.
He's just gonna sit here and raid.
No.
Very brave of you. How much Skaven corruption are we still sitting at? He's gonna have a lot of Menace Below summons coming in.
Cannot.
Nick cannot. I do think we can handle him.
Celestial General.
Of course, that could end very badly. Let's try one more ambush,
Do not move.
If he doesn't
until
fall
I say
for it.
so.
which he likely won't.
I will take first watch.
If he doesn't fall for it,
Immensely.
we will then strike him. And hopefully that goes well.
You're going to fight.
Alright, what are you doing?
By Cain's sister.
My Kane's sister. Be a good way to get slain moving through my territory. We're not quite Mother Estonk yet, but very close. For all of this nonsense, we've got upgradable buildings in the Bridge of Heaven, and I think we shall. Hunting Lodge for a little bit more gold. Increases it by 50, and 10 more bundles of fur. Ooh, some more hungry ogres. There is a stench on the air, the unmistakable aroma of cooking bones once more. They want some meat and they'll let us pass. They've got, this time, some man-eaters instead of just normal group bulls, and it is once more... Oh no, this is actually a Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw. I mean, we're going to fight you. Believe it. Doesn't really look like our replenishment was working out very well, does it? We must have taken a lot of attrition before then. We can definitely win. It's just going to be a pretty desperate fight here. Alright, let's intercept him. Alright then. This little area over here looked like it was going to be the best place to set up in. We've got a nice little funnel through. I think they can go up and over these hills, but I'll still give us a nice place to blast them a bit from. No normal warriors. Let's go long spears. I'm going to have another unit of long spears just in case they try to flank round. Archers. Ooh, I see. This iron mine here has got a bit of weird terrain. Works for me. They can kind of set up on this lip and it'd be much harder for them to be charged. That sounds good.
Jade Warriors.
That also changed things a bit where they can only come through this area. Oh no, they can actually. Interesting.
Defenders of Cathay.
I will have them set up where they're at then. Spearmen. Defending this group of archers.
Cathay.
Terrain's a bit odd, but we'll have the noble there since he's got some bonus v large. Our magistrate hanging out behind the main Jade Warrior squads, and then the other long spears. Just the terrain itself is bizarrely positioned. So there is a cliff here, but it doesn't actually count as one in some cases. Huh. Well, I'm gonna throw the lamps out front so they get a maximum bit of fire. These ones don't have the bombs.
In harmony.
I think they'll work out just fine. They've got the Vermilion Firebirds that are associated with Lee Dai. Hopefully end up being a actual unit. They'll be a very low tier flying unit probably. I wouldn't suspect they're going to be stronger than the Crowmen. Actually make sure you guys are both firing on the Slaughtermaster. Get that bit of skip damage in. Everyone readjusted how the enemies are coming in. I'm going to have our archers focus the man-eaters first. Master Spearman, you come up front. Honestly, it's best to kind of have these things spin in circles, so they have 4 guns that actually not all of them can fire unless they're spinning, which is kind of goofy.
Archers.
Alright, you go ahead and charge them.
Thoughts in harmony.
Those arrows flying. Alright, he's going to make them a little bit stronger. Surely that's going to work out in their favor.
Long spears.
Long spears come on in. We'll have the
Understood.
Jade Warriors being the first to take the hits.
Store and steel. For Cathay.
Alright, Spearman, you come up into the line.
Never conquer.
Noble, you turn to charge.
Ancestors.
No
We'll have you guys double team.
Minds.
Spears going in.
Never conquered.
We'll also have these guys come on behind. It'll be a great time. Jade Warriors charge those Noblars down. Let's get as many of our Spearmen engaged with the Man-Eaters as we can. Terrain, although these guys are going through the terrain, which is awesome to see. Magistrate, you go ahead and pull a little ways away. You're not necessarily rated to fight ogres. Oof. Either of those guys. Each swing of that club is oh, you guys blocked it. You're supposed to just use your shield. That simple. The ogre's death animations are awesome. Kind of a slow fall. They're out of here, though. It's only the Slaughtermaster who is not fighting our Asar Noble. Needs to be. That halberd to work, friend. Archers, do not move up into the fray. That's a big mistake. You just gotta move in and steer them off. Well, the Noble can use his halberd. Doing a little bit of a dance there. Slaughtermaster Boogie. Oh, after his Great Maw Boogie ends, he is done. No more fighting. Just wanted to show us his awesome dance moves. Alright, well, we'll do what we can to run off the rest of these poor ogres, and I'll catch you in a moment.
Seeking Cathay's foes.
Will give us a decisive victory for that one. Well done, lads. Only 66 Cathayans fall, defending the caravan's goodies. Our Oregon Trail can continue. We're going to go ahead and replenish, because that is going to be apparently filling up Tanzi's health all the way.
Lives.
Sold. He's not the best fighter, but against anything that's not an ogre, he can hold his own. Got a rebellion in the jungles of Pahwalaksa. Oh, you poor fools. Little did you know. No, those were those are the Imperial Wardens. Never mind, you can have them.
Lord
Enjoy defending the Bastion. Go ahead and charge on over here. Leg sweep Zoc one finger. Give the peasant archers a bit of prerogative practice. And we'll give them some experience.
Their lives are forfeit.
Indeed. Definitely allows Yao Kang to be on a horse because he's more of a buffer than anything else. Not great at fighting.
In the Emperor's name.
You just look at his stats. He's got 45 and 50. which is not terrible, honestly. He can hold his own pretty well, but the weapon strength is pretty abysmal, and there's not much armor piercing there, so he's really only good at kind of running down enemy archers or very, very low armored heroes.
Harmony above all.
So Xiao Kang, we come on over to his tactician skill. Grand Tactician, extra 100% duration for the inspiration abilities, which normally last 24 seconds to double that up. That's pretty great. Inspiring Recruitment. So it's got a different name, but the same effects. Replenishment rate is probably the way we want to go here. Well, what does Tactician's Rally do? A 16 bump to leadership wherever we want to put it. That's pretty strong. And Tactician Stand Your Ground is kind of the same thing. You can place it wherever you want, and it drops off that defense and leadership. Great stuff. Well, since the upkeep reduction is all the way kind of at the end of the blue line, let's go ahead and grab one of the Inspired Marksmanships and Inspired Defense. That way we have a couple of strong inspirational effects that can turn the tide of some battles here. For Hanzi's Caravan, you're absolutely going to go ahead and grab the Hidden Stores for replenishment rate and a little bit less attrition overall. You, my good sir. Inspiring Presence. We need some more battles for Yuan Bo. But the Bowie Boy is trying to build up his army, so we shall wait. In fact, Mara's Swamps. Before I go any further, can we just drop off? One more turn.
The Celestial commands.
Okay, so crossbows all the way. Love to get some even through global if I have to. Let's go for a core of 5 crossbows. I don't want to bank the gold here. I want to keep building up elsewhere, but let's see if we can't grab some crossbows from some of our other brother and sister factions. They should have all of the same buffs that we're dropping on them because they're the same units. Excellent. So this only means we have to recruit one more turn of Jade Warrior crossbows. These guys don't have shields, which is a bit sad, but we'll make do. So the exotic hothouse here in Pahwaks. I think we're going to wait to get Pahwaks up to tier 3 first. We just have to wait 4 more turns. We'll do that, we can turn it into a commercial district. It's got all of the ports and different trade goods in this region here. As for the Wujing Compass, as much as I would like to switch back over to the Great Bastion for the Ancestral Warriors, we really don't need them anymore, so we'll stick to the Celestial Lake for that control and income. Alright, so back in Riverlands, upgrade Shilong. One turn, we could upgrade the Baleful Hills instead up to a town. Get us even more growth. I think that's going to be the way. So we'll save here, and back over in the jungles, we will upgrade the Swamp Town. It's really close to Mazdamundi. If he decides to strike, we have no real defense. He's got no enemies at the moment, so we won't go for that one. Kind of tough. We'll save the gold for this turn. That way we can do both replenishing or recruiting and building next turn. Who hasn't been moved?
General.
One Mao. Oh, so Snicketch has turned around. Why? Should we now press our advantage towards Kunlan? I want to be clever about it. He's in March stance currently. We gotta follow him up. 80% chance to succeed in an ambush. Even up to this point.
Reverse the high ground.
Beautiful. So we'll stay here and we'll kind of move sneakily up towards Kunlan. Try to sweep that out from behind him. That way, if he goes down kind of randomly, we can then easily finish him off. He's going to have the strong stuff to replenish his armies with. you. Oh, I went too far. No ambush stance.
Take poor time on loose sand. Muster to
Stay
our
here and grab
strength.
one more Iron Hail gun. Kind of keep this a little bit of a smaller army. We'll add in some cavalry here in a bit. If those Druki get mad at us, we're in for a bad time, but otherwise we're all good to go. We're wasting Gotrek and Felix too. We are going to need them against Mazda Mundi, I think, more than these clowns. So let's go ahead and have them turn around. And we're going to join up with Yuan Bo. As soon as he has built up his forces, we're just going to switch places with Zhao Kang. Or we'll come up together to fight Mazda Mundi and claim this first compass spot. Still saving his skill points there up to where we get to rank 12 and get the Celestial Administration. And grab a couple of his powerful, unique abilities. Pretty much all of them are good to have. Alright, we skip on through. We've got a helicopter flying overhead, so I'm going to try to move quickly. Got a new mission here with Slay Deathmaster Snickage. Alright, that's overhead. I'm going to have to be right back. Alright, I think that was just a news chopper, but it got real loud for a moment. Alright, so they want us to also take down the Deathmaster Snickage. We can accept, but I think this will overwrite the other one. Let's find out for science. No, we can actually have a mission issued for both. I think there was a bug for a while where if you would accept another one, it would just overwrite it, and so this one would have gone away. But I'm glad to see that's not the case. Any more trade units we can grab? Almost. We can get a defensive pact with the Eastern River Lords, but they're about to be wiped out. We could just go ahead and confederate them. Man, that puts us in a really bad place then. Unfortunately, you all are going to have to fall. How much gold would you be willing to give us for a defensive alliance?
Celestial winds guide us
Not much. We weren't fast enough to save the River Lords this time. Darn. That makes me sad.
The dragon-blooded.
We're still going to try, but I'm not going to confederate with them because that would put us in a pretty bad spot. Likely Nakai is here in the mountains somewhere. Nakai. Big crocodilian thing.
The Jade Dragon. Excuse me. I have calligraphy to practice.
Excuse me. Mazda Mundi has war to practice. I'm not going to worry about calling my allies to help. They're all the way across the world and I don't want to break any allegiances. We sound the drums of war. So glad I didn't go ahead and do that because we're going to have 2 full stacks coming after us now. Bring it, Toad. The Blessed Dread has attacked the northern provinces. Looks like we've got ourselves a new enemy. Oh, so not only did we not ambush Eshin, he flipped it entirely on us. Well, crud. That's awesome. Well, let's go ahead and throw down Yuan Mao versus Eshin. I think this is going to be the end for this army. Alright. This is the most
Soldiers,
unfortunate part of the whole thing.
do not fear. Our ancestors will see how hard you fight. And
Yeah.
their judgment
Alright, let's get
goes
them in the
far
air.
beyond
Come on.
this world.
Because we're about to lose all of our archers all at once.
And for Cathay,
Move them back in. You go ahead and charge through. Jade Warriors smash in. We'll have you guys come up over the top. We're going to lose all of our archers immediately.
understood.
Hilarious how this works out for them.
Down the retreat. Repositioning.
Spears just form a wall.
Bringing harmony.
We're going to lose a lot of our archers here. Go straight in and deal with these poison wind mortars. I don't care who tries to stop you.
Dragons commander.
Give ourselves a little bit more physical resistance from this big blob. You've got to move up and stop the warp grinders before we lose more.
Long spears.
Nightmare. Alright, crows, get up in the air. We stop the poison wind mortars from firing.
We await the
Blend them up. Get the allies to fall back so they don't get blended. Excellent. Keep fighting here. You guys move in.
Our warriors
Our poor archers. If you can fire on these Night Runners, that'd be awesome. There's a few of them are in combat still, so we're not able to drop the bombs. That's frustrating. Come on, crows. Let me drop the bombs. We need those quite badly.
Move in formation. They will perish.
You guys move through. Come on. Okay, we can drop the bombs. Beautiful. And do so. Gotta stay here and keep giving them the bop. Spicy touch. Alright, now we'll go ahead and land and get rid of these Skaven slave slings. Oh, that Eshin Clanstone is goofy strong. You guys just get to deal damage in an area. Fair enough.
Celestial General.
Fully surrounded. I think this is Menace Below summons though, so let's not waste. These Skaven are so quick. You archers stand at fire. You do the other unit. The poison wind is already starting to fire again. Ouch. Crows are our we can just send them in. They'll be back regardless.
Celestial General.
Can't Celestial sweep in here.
The way. Reposition.
Yeah, I kind of have to again, don't I?
Must overwhelm. This one is mine.
Come on, crows. I've got one unit chasing off all of my archers at the same time. Back up in the air, we're gonna drop some more bombs as we fly across here.
The Celestial Faithful. Cut them down.
Actually get to the bomb unit before we drop the bombs, otherwise it's a complete waste. And go. Burns, we're not getting exploded by the enemy. If you drop the poison wind in your own line, it'd be great. And land.
First among many.
8 warriors get across there. Archers turn and fire.
Overwhelmed.
Poison wind are gone. Extra resistance and melee defense.
Withdraw.
Crows get up in the air again. Why are they all running away? That doesn't make any sense. Cowardly archers. Blend up this unit. Keep on moving.
Ancestors guide my blows.
Gotta do the thing, my friend.
They will perish.
Alright, here comes Snicketch. Final duel. Does look like our general might be a little bit bugged out, though. Let's crash the crows in. We are winning the leadership duel now. Could break these triads, even. Oh, he is bodying our general.
Stand in my way.
6th or 7th summon of Menace Below. Always is what it is. As those triads are broken, I think the Skaven are in a really bad shape.
Immediately.
Of course, we're missing a lot of our most powerful units too. We've got a whole army coming in. That's unfortunate. We might want to try to flee. Or these gutter runners at the very least. That's the Eshin Clanstone coming in. Just silly damage.
Peasant spearman.
Come on, crows, get away from. Nope, Eshin Clanstone's gonna take him down. Good grief. Alright, we'll fall back. When everyone withdraw. Oh, we can't withdraw. Because of course we can't. We have this fleeing area over here, but withdrawing is not allowed. You guys can. Okay, cool. Have to get into the zone to retreat. Alright, we lost our crows. Most of our units are trying to flee. Fighting the Skaven is so much fun. I want you to run. And a valiant defeat. Alright. Well, shenanigans afoot. He lost apparently almost nothing in the fighting, which even though it's half his army, that's nothing for Skaven. They'll be able to replenish that no problem. I'm impressed you were able to flip that ambush so well.
One should.
Right, the Puppets of Misrule and the Yusuk have also now attacked the northern provinces, so we have another war. Alright, Rogvar has fallen. Yeah, don't rub it in. 80% chance if you're playing on Legend, might as well just say 0%. Armor of Fortune has been stolen. Of course it has. Got a couple more good traits passed out though, and Tanzitao has completed his caravan, giving us 4,000 gold. Also got the Luminarch Lens, which will give a weakness to fire damage, minus 40% for all armies in the local region, and Fireball. Which is great. Grandmothers know best. Isle of the Crimson Skull, the people report sightings of flickering figures in their homes, chanting in oddly familiar voices. One is even certain she saw the faces of her long-dead grandparents. Before these reports can be corroborated, the ancestor spirits, if that's what they are, disappear. In their week, the land knows harmony. 5 less corruption. Excellent. We've got the Spirit River leaking a bit, I guess. Second front, we need to recruit up an additional lord. We've got 3 of them now, but sure.
Stay off the dunes.
Village has switched over to attacking.
Celestial General.
And they're being very, very strategic with attacking our allies. Looks like Ningfan has scared off the initial army.
I will not have a day wasted.
Yeah, we're not even gonna try it. We're just gonna retreat back to the safety of Jingpo. We got burned once there. We lost our awesome Croman. They will be back. Go ahead and grab some cannons, though. Good old Zhao Ming. Setting us up with some excellent units. I think we'll do this with Yuan, though. Proper Yuan Bo.
Keeper of Wuxing.
Since Mazdamundi's on the way, we need to recruit on the go.
Go, brave warriors of Cathay.
Lose at Swamp Town, so be it. That's why I wasn't really upgrading that at all. Mazdamundi may choose, looks like he might choose to completely bypass it though, which would be really dumb. And a lot of Wanas going after the Monument of the Moon. We're gonna lose some ground, but the good news is we can use that to build up some stone and steel tokens. Speaking of, we shall turn Isle of the Crimson Skull into a fortress city, boosting up all of our military and defense buildings. This will also give us an additional token of, we'll see. Gives us an additional steel token right off the bat. Excellent. Now all of the military buildings, including this one, should give us some extra stuff. Oh really, is it only the military buildings in here? Okay, so I stand corrected, and I need to readjust a bit. Yeah, because all it's going to do is give us the increased capacity for Gate Masters. I'm not going to switch just yet, but let's come on in here and see. Things like the Celestial Tower give us more research rate, and then are also, because of the Fortress City, going to boost up our hero action success chance across the board. Up by, it looks like 5%. Not the coolest addition, but the Celestial Armory will also boost up your armor for anyone recruited in this province permanently by 20. And then the Mooring Tower, I believe, is just going to increase your campaign line of sight by all armies by 50%. There's so many effects there that I'm not exactly sure which one is originally supposed to be there. Defense buildings, we've also got a few extra goodies, so if you are to grab the Sky Lantern Roost, looks like you get 2,000 extra supplies for the whole province. And that appears to be the way for both sides. That's, again, a little bit boring. Fortress settlements are 100% what they are. Need for holding the line. We definitely want less of these. They're even better when you put them on the Great Bastion, because all of the Bastion buildings actually have specific buffs as well. Okay, no big deal. What we'll do is start
an executioner.
Getting Yuan Bo 2 more crossbows. And then while you're in the... Oh, you're not in any kind of camp stance, so we can't grab the Western Province troops. Such is the way. Okay, well, before I spend any more gold, let's zoom on over to home provinces. still being a pretty good barrier from the north and the south. The Burning Wind Nomads still have control of their position for now. But the Cathay just wiped out Li Zhu. Oh no, he's surrounding it now.
General!
They're not going to hold for long. Kroxagor will break their Jade Warriors line like it's made of paper.
Serve from the front.
How long until your lads replenish? 4 turns total. Maybe a good idea to give you the Western Province troops then. Probably not cannons because of how speedy the Skaven are. Shotguns may not be a bad call though. Anything with more armor. Or we can just go for cheap and cheerful.
Better than uncertain veterans.
Grab one more Peasant Long Spear. Onyx Crowmen are so useful. I just don't want to spend 1,400 on them right now. Just grab 2 archers, call it there.
Foolish thing!
With Ming Fan here running them off on this side, we shouldn't have any issues with them coming back. So upgrade the Baleful Hills. That a good deal of our cash, and we'll come back over to the swamps and try to spend some. These give us anything extra? Conscription office? Because these are infrastructure buildings, aren't they? Nothing boosted from the fortress city. Alright, such is the way. Oh, I can't afford any of those now, but what does the Nangao Forge do? Extra ammunition for all armies? That might be the way. We do need artillery quite bad. The Jade Corral is also going to boost up our recruit rank. Such a tough call. I do want the Celestial Tower first so we can get in the Lion, and then up to the Moonbirds. We're going to go ahead and grab a growth in income, and then save some money from bopping Mazdamundi. We are going to lose the Swamp Town and the Monument.
Imperial parents scrutinize my work constantly, invisibly. It is fortunate, then, that I am the most loyal.
Keeps talking about how perfect he is. They watch me all the time. It's great that I'm perfect, then.
Ice Queen.
Natural authority.
Give your siblings more reason to despise you. Alright, nothing exciting in diplomacy. And so, we are about out of time for today, but we'll give it one more intern here, let the game save, and see how things play out. Oh yeah, what I wanted to do with you is fall back to Wei Jin.
Soldiers, take up positions.
Since Miao Ying is going to claim the city of the Shugen Gun and kind of start wiping stuff out around there, if she can scare Village off, we'll kind of sneak around and go after maybe Bingzhou. I want to be really defensive with the Celestial City for the meantime.
First among warriors.
So much though, so I think we want to take out the Nangao Forge. We'll see. Oh, we've got a caravan dispatch. We'll have to go ahead and kick you out next turn. We'll have a lot of gold sitting in the treasury once we start fighting with Mazdamundi proper. Skip on through. We'll come on back over to Yuan Bo.
Eye of the Emperor.
Xiao Kang. We don't have anyone here that has fire damage. It'd be a bad idea to equip Yuan Bo up with the Luminarch lens for now, because it's also an enchanted item instead of a talisman, so we'll just give that to you. Give you the fireball, and then your Jade Lion should be boosted up in its damage. I think it still counts as a fire attack for the breath, at least. Let's find out.
I am a tool.
Raise your breath attack. Still counts as fire, so that'll be boosted up by 40%.
My little birds
More or less.
tell me such stories of my siblings.
Yoink.
So many plots.
Alright, they surround the Swamp Town. What do they've got with them? Whole bunch of unshielded Saurus, which will be scary for a short period of time. Here's the new Primal Instincts, a trait that all of your Saurus, and I believe Cold Ones are going to come with now. Gives them more charge bonus, melee attack, and a physical resistance once they drop below 50% health. And they, I don't believe, rampage anymore at all. Also got Predatory Fighters. They gain 25% speed and 5 more melee attack when they are chasing down a recently fought enemy that is routing. That is the only time that they get that, so it'll just allow them to chase like the Skaven and things that run away from them, and normally you would absolutely not be able to catch them with Saurus. Pretty good stuff. We lose this fight, though.
To arms in Sen Yang's name.
A horrible scream. We indeed have lost the Swamp Town. Eastern Riverlord's been wiped out, and Deathmaster Sniggich was there ambushing all along. I kind of expected he was. Oh, did they wipe out Ming Fan? They did. Alright, well, technology research. Because the Moon Empress blesses every arrow in the Celestial Empire, it is contingent upon our Fletchers to construct them with the utmost care. Our archers not to waste even a single shot. We get more ammunition. 750 treasury in the standard of Nangao for growing our forces. 20% more range is pretty great, especially for cannons and things. Gifts for all the family. We are going to have to abort that mission. We're a little bit slow with that one. Brutal business is kicked off, so a battle is a blood-soaked affair. I'm pretty sure we've seen this for this campaign, but if not, what it does is it gives all armies 20 more base weapon damage, which, depending on who you are, is much scarier than normal. Like, Corn right now is extra scary. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, most of Cathay is falling now. We're kind of watching them crumble. I can't wait till Ind and Koresh are down here also to threaten us. Let's see what we can do. Yao Ying is doing absolutely nothing. We don't know what the Dark Elves are up to. I think I can hold the line if Lokir comes to attack Wei Jin. Wei Jin is thankfully incredibly well defended. Let's move this army out in ambush stance. And we'll try to bring them down to attack Mingzhu. Hoping Miao Ying can hold the city of the Shogun, and then we can just trust Wei Jin can hold the line unless they bring 4 or 5 stacks over.
Instrument of the divine.
A little bit of a deadlock here, and I don't like to see it. Before I do any upgrades there, let's zoom back over to Zhao Ming. And before I spend more time, because we're well over the hour mark at this point, at least for recording, I am going to be out of time for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by today's Yuan Bo episode. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub though. See you on the next one.